Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is called Steel. We are in the heart of Bareahard and we are on our second field study. What we have left for today is we have still two parts of the city we haven't talked to everyone yet, which is the noble part and the artisan street. After that we still have one more task need of completing, and that is finding a monster on a stone bridge just out of town. So shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, let's see what we can find here. And of course we've had a scene earlier in Bareahard, I think it was last night during dinner while we were talking before going back to the hotel, is that we met with Blue Blank again, and we all know what he's capable of, so there is a good chance that he will pop up his ugly head at some point during the second day, which I am thinking of at least. Because if he seeks beauty, things start missing, and we are usually the ones that need to find it again. I have to hold my tongue when the nobles are about, but the tax hikes the Duke put into effect are really starting to be unreasonable. I've always found this son Justice easy to get along with whenever he stops by Artisan Street, but that's probably just because of his mom's a commoner. Come to think of it, that Prince Olivert, who seems to be all over the place lately, was born to a commoner himself. I suppose it's just easier to feel an affinity towards those without blue blood. They're more like us. They're more casual. That's basically what he's saying. He's entirely wrong, of course. Duke Alberea acted like a tyrant. There's nothing new, of course. But what can we common folk do about it? My only option is to focus on my work and complete it to the highest standard if possibly can. And that's why I want my son to become a full-fledged artisan as soon as possible. My only option is to focus on my work. No one upstairs? No. Many people say that they don't understand the Duke's thought process, but I know exactly what he's thinking. The fact is, he's thinking solely of himself. He's sitting there, evaluating what's of worth to him and what isn't. He's thinking the same thing about Lord Justice, considering his background. He's trying to evaluate whether Lord Justice can be of use to him? Is that what he's saying? Probably. But like I said, I think last time was, we know too little of Duke Alberea to have a solid opinion about it. So far, not that great. The Duke decides everything based on what has worth to him. His son is no exception. I do get that, but there is some hope in me that hopes it is a little bit different than that. Oh, I've heard plenty about this artisan street being full of excellent things to buy, which means that it's my duty as a shopping lover to scope it out. Seems like most of the stores here are patronized pretty regularly by nobles. I could tell because there were too many zeros on one of the price tags I checked. Yeah, because if there are only commoners here, they wouldn't do that because there would be no commoner able to afford it. Someone I know is coming over to stay tonight. He always has plenty of stories about other towns. I've never left Bareahard, so I always look forward to hearing them. I gathered up some mirror from acquaintances to pay for the tailoring expenses. I'm quite the skilled one, if I do say so myself. Gathering up 80,000 mirror in a single night is no easy task. Yeah, or you can just say no to your daughter, and then she has to wait until you do have the cash. Just the thought of paying it all back next month is making me tremble. Hey, that's why you don't take a loan if you can't afford it. It really is hard to believe that they can charge this much for simple clothing. However, I never once expected that a life full of debt was waiting for me here, of all places. Oh, I should be able to get my dress made now. My father isn't quite as useless as I initially believed, it seems. I should be able to get my dress. The good thing about being placed here is I can take it easy. Everyone over at Oxford seems so busy with their training and drills. I guess it's not a bad being useless after all. Yeah, being useless, not something to be proud of, to be honest. Alright, where is everyone? Ah, there. We make all clothes sold at Camellia by the station. I've got some stuff here right now that's for them. Thank you for your patronage. Tanya at Camellia's kinda clumsy though. I'm worried about her. Tanya started working at Camellia not that long ago. I'm kinda worried that cause she can be clumsy now and then. Ever since we bumped our prices up because of the tax hike, we had a bunch of nobles complaining. I mean, we could make some low quality stuff with inferior material and sell that cheap, but that ain't our job. We pride ourselves on high quality work, so that ain't something we'll ever stoop to. That won't charge change either. Doesn't matter what the Duke or our customers say. Yep, and if they raise the taxes, they follow it through towards the customer, cause someone has to pay for it. Sorry, but we bumped our prices up recently. And I ain't bumping them down until those taxes are going down either. Alright. Oh, Duke Alberea isn't exactly popular amongst the people, to be perfectly honest. However, I can't bring myself to think ill of Lord Eustace. His actions and attitudes speak of themselves, but there's also the fact that children seem to be oddly fond of him. I can tell just by looking that Lord Eustace is a good person deep down. I totally agree with that. Oh, children seems to be oddly fond of Lord Eustace. He's even kind to Arturi too, so I find it difficult to believe that he isn't a good-natured person. Oh, that's actually very sweet to hear. Alright. That is the entirety of Artisan Street. Noble District is what's left, and after that we're gonna hunt down a monster. I'm not talking about Blue Blank, I'm talking about our extermination request that is our mandatory one for today. The optional quest we've already finished. There was nothing more than getting a healing herb at the church and eating the meal that Hammond made for us. So it was not only an easy quest, it was a delicious one at that. Okay, where are the people? Unless everyone is out today. Oh, Master Gorty is currently facing a most perilous situation. Please, come back at a later date if you wish to meet with him. Alright, I guess that's what we need to do then. Because if he isn't here to talk to, then we have no other business here. May is always the best time for one to enjoy fresh new greenery. I almost feel as though I can hear their breathing as I sit here. Oh wait, need to talk to her twice. Oh, May is always the best time for one to enjoy fresh new greenery. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Bootsy. Someone just came by on behalf of Duke Alberea. He might have new orders for us, so I'll have to confirm this later. Excuse me, but what business do you have here? Quit loading around here and beat it. Yeah, you wouldn't say that if Eustace was here. I'm sure of it. Ooh. Would it be possible for us to get down there at some point? I'm thinking of a mission to infiltrate the base there, just by going through the sewers and get there. I see the potential, definitely. Let's see if Eustace is home. Lord Eustace is most likely in the midst of discussing things with His Excellency. This has nothing to do with you all, so please, take your leave. Alright, just showing interest in our local lord, that's it. We'll be leaving now. I shall leave the house in your care during our absence. As you wish, my lord. We plan on visiting the cathedral today to offer up our prayers. My children are certainly excited, though on such an occasion a measure more solemnly would not be unwelcome. Alright.
We're going out today. Yay, I wanna go horsey riding.
Alright, I don't think you're gonna go horsey riding, but you sure as hell can get excited about it.
Oh, calm down, Hein. We're all going to the cathedral, so hurry up and get changed. But I don't wanna. I wanna play. Let me play. Oh, hello there. Is Lord Justice not with you today? He was called back to his home by the Duke. I'm somewhat worried now. His treatment of Lord Justice can be rather cruel at times, I've heard.
Yeah, I gathered that. Seeing as he is the bastard son, he cannot ignore him, but he doesn't have to take care of him either. So I am wondering what they are talking about. Surely.
There's plenty for us to pray for today, such as our family's safety and the prosperity of our land. We plan on having our traditional dinner party afterwards too. I'll have to make a booking associated now and then. Oh, there's plenty of us to pray today.
Alright, that's it for the nobles. So what we need to do now is our final task at hand, and that is find the exterminated monster and defeat it. Not a simple task, but I'm sure we can handle it. So I'm gathering that it's at the... was it the Northern Highway? Let's have a quick check. Oh yeah, there it is. The North Croatian Highway, yes. I knew it was there. So we just have to fight our way through some monsters and actually do it. Because if we don't, this town might be in danger, and then the province need to act and protect them as well. Now we can do this. I think it was some kind of Venus flytrap type of monster, so just hit it with all we've got, and I should be done before we know it.
We have the advantage.
Double advantage. Right. I should do motivate, but come on, I cannot do this with a critical.
Yeah.
That's too far.
Here.
It's my turn.
Okay.
Resistant, but it does work.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's give a little bit off the top.
Now.
Alright, I said a little bit off the top. I didn't say you needed to annihilate him. Right, perfectly done before their turn. Just the way we like it. New material, even better. Done. Yeah, that's really good. Alright, I think the best way is to get over through this way. That way we meet a little less enemy. Oh, I can already see it. There it is.
Advantage is ours. Let's finish it. My turn.
Alright, let's make some quick work out of these. And I'll make sure not to use any CP so we can do 2 S-crafts if we wanted to. It all depends on what kind of resistance we're gonna see when we fight it.
I'll handle it. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
If it's plant-based, I'm sure it will be weak against fire. So maybe Reans will be more than enough. There it is. Looks as strong as yesterday's.
That means we'll really need to be careful, considering Justice isn't with us today.
Rean,
I'm ashamed of what happened yesterday. I know we had our share of differences, but, well, Oh, he's embarrassed. Oh, quiet, V. I'm trying to... I caused problems for everyone too. My injuries were a result of my own carelessness. Hopefully, by giving this fight everything we've got, we can make up for that whole mess. Together. I'm counting on you, Machias. I won't let you down. Look, and that's what we wanted to see. Do we want to connect Machias and Rean just because of that little statement they give? I think I want to. Yeah. Cross tactics.
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
Ooh, that's a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
Is there anything interesting you can do? Probably. But not an Ascroft. Yeah, I want Pete to do her dance first. Yeah, because if he destroys all the minions, then we can focus on the main target.
Okay.
Exactly what I hoped for. That means that Ethereal Edge is still nice, but a lot less important. Ooh, wait, Detector, just to unbalance it. And of course, to know all his secrets. Getting a hair item. We said fire is his weakness. A three-headed plant monster stores impurities within its body, which it sprays at its enemies. Yeah, I think we should be more than capable of doing this.
Here we go.
If we watch our CP and our HP.
Flames, gavel on my blade.
Perfect.
Leave it to me.
Maybe a little energy shell, or no? Let's break it up
How about
first.
this?
Because you'll be able to take
My
at
turn.
least a hit. Yes, that'll be a nice one. All right, didn't expect that. Now the other ones were out of range.
Hear me.
Healing, so everyone is at a comfortable level. Okay, she survived it. That's all we needed to know. She can take it. She can definitely take it. Since we have blindness, maybe it's better if we try to heal our people. We only have 6 Terra bombs, but 800 might be a bit short.
Thanks. I'll handle it.
Is it good? Oh, he is very strong.
How about this?
Okay.
Defense down for 1 round. That's so little, isn't it?
Here.
Yeah, I just want to see if we can actually blind it. No, but we did seal it for at least 1 round. Perfect.
Gleaming blade. Go.
My turn.
Oh, you're still blind, my man. Let's do a firebolt.
My turn. Here.
Hey, if you have a chance of sealing it, that is good enough for me.
Right. How about this? My turn.
Yeah, I think it did impede. And let's do a delay as well, unless we want to motivate everybody.
My blade.
Oh crap! Machias' health is not too great.
I'll handle it.
We cannot deny that.
Got it.
Hell yeah. Well done.
We did it, Fee. Thanks for the backup.
And there's our hair. Right there. We won! We sure did, and in doing so, I believe we've successfully redeemed ourselves for yesterday. Good work, everyone. Well, suppose that gets a pass. I'm sorry, everyone. I've been dragging you all down. Especially you, Rean. I owe you double the apology. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's alright, Machias. Don't worry about it. If I just answered you honestly from the start, all of this could have been avoided. So if anything, I should be the one apologizing, so I'm sorry for misleading you. No. Anyway, it's all in the past now, so I'm glad to have you in our group, Machias. The same to you. And I'm glad the two of you were finally able to make up. Youth. Hey, don't make fun of us. So as long as we're on a roll here, why not use this chance to make up with juices too? What? Hey, if you could just be more honest with one another, I'm sure even combat links wouldn't be out of the... Not a chance. My behavior towards you was wrong, and I fully admit that, but Useless is a whole different story. He and I are fundamentally incompatible, and I don't think any of you can change that. Well, I guess getting those two to accept one another is still a long ways off. Well, we should probably head back to town, don't you think? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. You should be back soon too. I'm hungry. Fine. Let's go. Yeah, and I'm sure something along the way will try and stop us. Just to make sure that it's not something dangerous. Let's heal ourselves. Yeah, that costs a lot, but it's just a precaution, nothing more. Okay, where's the...
Ooh, this looks like a good spot.
Fishing? Nothing new. I just had to check. And those ground baits will save them for a later time and date in the game. Alright, let's head back to town. I will see you there unless we're getting stopped by a scene. Hold this right there. The Provincial Army? You're those students from Thors Military Academy, aren't you? The ones who come for a field study? Yes, that's us. Is there some kind of problem? He's a perfect match for the photo. How convenient for us. What are you doing? First year student Machias Ragnitz, correct? You're under arrest. Don't try to resist if you know what's good for you. What? What's going on? Wait. This has to be some kind of mistake. On what grounds are you arresting him? A number of charges have been filed, but the most egregious is an accusation of trespassing into Orc Fort yesterday afternoon. Wait, do you mean... Well, we saw that silver object. You can't be serious. I was not even near that fort at the time the intrusion occurred, certainly. But I was there with my classmates. If you aren't going to believe their testimony, then why am I the only one on the suspicion? Every one of us here can vouch for him. And not just us. Jusis Elberea was with us at the time and can personally verify that what Machias is saying is true. You'll have to do better than that.
We're outnumbered. All you need to know is that this boy is a person of interest, and we have the right to take him in for questioning. Why do I think this has nothing to do with the incursion to Orcsford, but that Duke Alberea might want Ragnit as a bargaining chip? Because if I remember correctly, is that his father is more aligned with the Chancellor than the Four Houses? Or am I incorrect on that one? There's no point in fighting it. You're coming with us whether you like it or not. Are they taking us to the fortress? Oh man. Looked like she was right on the mark. Oh. Who's that? Is that... Glad I came here from Legram for this. But the question is, what's the best way to handle the situation? Who is that? It cannot be Olivier, because we saw him in another costume, so they won't put him here looking like that, right? Ah, get in there. Don't worry. Do as you're told and you won't be hurt. If you're found to be innocent, we'll let you out. Eventually. Talk about acting all suspicious. Ah, damn it. I would have been so careless. Considering Dad's position, I should have known this could happen. Yeah. It's exactly like I surmised earlier, that this might have nothing to do with the incursion, but more about him being a Ragnit. As I keep telling you, Machias couldn't possibly have committed the crimes he's accused of. He's been with us ever since we arrived in Bareahard yesterday afternoon. He's never even left our side. If you really believe he was responsible, shouldn't you be arresting us as well? You're wasting your breath. Machias Ragnit will be kept in our custody until he's been cleared of all charges against him. We've already contacted the Academy to inform them of this. You kids should just focus on your field study or whatever it is you're here for, and let due process take its course. Unbelievable. Oh, and one more thing. Eustace's business at the Duke estate will take longer than expected to complete, so I'm afraid he'll be unable to rejoin you. That can't... Did this come from Eustace himself? I couldn't tell you. I'm just relaying the message given to me by Alberea's household. And don't even think of trying to go near the mansion to see him. You won't even get past the front gate. This seems all suspicious. Cause could it be that Eustace was against this as he learned about this and he's trying to intervene, and that way they are holding him back in the mansion? Or did Duke Alberea foresee this? If Eustace was there, that's going to be harder to take Ragnit in. So he took him to the mansion to leave him out of the way, for making it easier for the provincial army to capture Ragnit. I think the second option is the more likely one. Yeah. I'm betting they've had this whole thing planned out since yesterday. Which means the reason Eustace got called away is because they knew that if he were here, he may have been able to prevent Machias' arrest. I assumed that's what you were going to say anyway. Definitely. It makes sense. He was probably called home to keep him from interfering. I'm certainly, I'd say. It's past noon already. We should head back to the hotel. If Eustace hasn't left a message for us, we're going to need to start thinking about other ways to handle this. I'm terribly sorry. They insisted on conducting a precautionary search as part of their investigation. I believe they'll be leaving by this afternoon or evening, but I'm afraid that's all I know. I see. So basically they are planting evidence of some kind? At least that's what I'm thinking at this moment. Oh, we're very sorry for the trouble. I think we should go. Okay. Yes, I agree. Quest North Cruising Highway completed. And received the Earth Bell as a reward. Afterwards, Rean and the others decided to dine at the restaurant they visited the previous day. However, the soldiers were there as well, probably keeping an eye on all of us. Uncertain of what to do and where to go, they eventually settled on planning their next move at the bar on Artisan Street. Oh yeah, I think I completely forgot to go to the bar earlier. Oh well, now we ended up there anyway. So, in all likelihood, the reason Machias was arrested has nothing to do with the incident at the fort yesterday. They just wanted him because his father is the Imperial Governor and key figure in the Reformist faction. Basically, they wanted a hostage so they could have an advantage in future negotiations. Well, that does seem to be the most plausible explanation. They wouldn't hurt him or anything though, would they? I wouldn't be too sure. Tensions are high on both sides. Worst case scenario, they might use the threat of violence to get what they want. Oh, that's awful. This may well fall under the scope of our field study though. It may be risky, but how about we try to do something about the situation ourselves? I think we should. We can't just abandon him. I'm in. Thank you both. I think our best bet here is to track down Usus. There's no way you could possibly have been in favor of arresting Machias. Yes, I agree. This has to have been a decision made by the Duke Alberea himself. But Usus is locked up in his home. Maybe his brother would help us? Rufus? He did have a pleasant demeanor when speaking with Machias yesterday, so he just might. But he said he had business to take care of in the capital, and there's no telling when he'll be back from that. So I don't think we can count on him, unfortunately. Got it. Then our only option is to break him out ourselves. Fee? Well, that is a little excessive. Think about it. We have a perfect chance to bust him out while he's still at the guardhouse. But if they take him to the fort, we'll lose that chance and we won't get another. Well, I can't argue with that at least. Alright, let's give it a try. Okay, if you're sure. We need to be as covert as possible though. If we get caught, it has to be after Machias is out safely. If it's before that, then there's no way we can talk our way out of this. But the charges against him are obviously false, so if we can get him out safely, they'll be very limited in what they can do to retaliate. Yeah, and the provincial army isn't going to want to do anything that will hurt their image either. If we can manage to get out of Bareahard, we're more than less home free. So, no smoke grenades then. Smoke grenades? You don't carry those around with you, do you? Oh, he certainly does, and he has been using it very much during fights. Well, what fair maiden doesn't? I don't even know where to begin listing what's wrong with that statement. Hey, Master? What are you monsters in the underground, what are they like these days? Been there 3 months or so since you last went down there, huh? Guessing the place is probably crawling with them again by now, though I'm sure not going down there to check. And it's pretty obvious that the provincial army got no interest in taking care of them. How can they even sleep at night knowing their beautiful city got nasty monsters crawling around underneath it? I take care of it myself if someone put a request in. Well, if I hear anything of the sort, I will send a message over to Legram and let you know. Sure, it'll make you some good scratch. Cheers to that, Master. Alright, I better get going. Looking forward to dropping by for another of your espressos sometime. Sure, I'll see to you on the way back if you can make it. I don't see many people dressed like that around here. Those are some fancy red uniforms. You guys students or something? Oh, yes sir, we are. We're from Thors Military Academy in Trista. Yes, we were sent here for a field study as part of our curriculum. Ah, Thors, eh? Well, pretty fancy place, ain't it? I've got no idea what they've got you doing for your field study, but good luck. Bareahard's a pretty nice city, but it's not without its fair shares of problems. Excuse me? Do you know that blonde-haired man who just left? Oh, Toval. Sure, he's a bracer. A bracer? I haven't seen a bracer in a long time. Probably because there just aren't that many around anymore. Yeah, there used to be a guild branch here in Bareahard, but it's been closed for a couple of years now. Toval just comes up by train from the Legram branch every so often. Really? By the way, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I thought I overheard you saying something about monsters in an underground waterway? Oh, that! Yeah, there's a huge network of waterways beneath the city. Been there for a long time now. And it's chock full of monsters. When the guild still has a branch here, the bracers will clear them out. But nowadays, nobody goes near it. And the waterway just sort of is stagnating under the provincial army's control. Because they're too proud to trouble themselves with fighting monsters, of course. How much underground does the waterway cover? Well, supposedly all the way from the east side of the city to the west. So, from the station to somewhere under the Noble district, I guess? I heard a rumor about it a while back that even goes under the Duke's mansion, but that's probably just one of those urban legends. That would actually be perfect. Because that would mean that we can use the waterway to get underneath Duke Elbrea's mansion, maybe spring Uses, and then try to get Machias out of there. Because if we get caught with Machias as Uses is with us, we have the highest chance of getting out of here, I guess. That was a well-timed clue. Yeah, and I get the idea that Toval dropped that clue right in our lap because he wanted to. I really like him now. Yeah, an underground waterway built in the Middle Ages that extends all the way to the Noble district? It's almost too perfect. Seems likely it's connected to the provincial army's guardhouse where Machias is being held too. Like the door we saw there. The guardhouse itself was probably built in the Middle Ages too, so that would stand to reason. If we use the waterway, we may be able to rescue him without being discovered. Alright, let's give it a shot. I'm guessing that the door on the far edge of the station street is the entrance to the waterway. I would think so. There must have been some sort of entrance for bracers to get inside and exterminate the monsters after all. Roger that. Yeah, and I think I know where it is, because we already been there. But while we're here, let's talk to everyone at the inn. It said that an underground waterway stretches from the east of the city all the way to the west. Apparently, it was built during the Middle Ages and connects various points of the town together. The only ones who enter nowadays, though, are bracers who've been asked to deal with the monsters. Alright. We might as well have a little rest. Good. Is there anybody else here? Yes, there is. That bracer who was here before is a regular here. He's always got plenty of stories whenever he visits. I'd love to tag along with him, but I'm just not tough enough. Alright, I think I've brought everything I need for now. It's about time I head off. I've got work to be doing elsewhere. Alright. You have a good look with your job, and I will try to find a way down the waterway. Now the question is... Yeah, I think everybody got some new text as well. I went back to the guardhouse to get lunch, and I'd gotten really busy. Did something happen? It'd be nice if they bothered telling us low-ranking soldiers who stationed far out for details too. My dress should be ready next month, they said. Oh, I simply cannot wait.
Taking along with my daughter is truly exhausting. I should let Clarice get her dress on her own while I...
Father, what are you saying? Who else will carry my bags for me if you're not here?
Oh, daughter of mine, is it my only worth to you?
It probably is.
I must return the money I borrowed from my acquaintances next month. Part of me expects us to return here too. Alright, let's talk to a few more people before we call it for the day.
Oh, helping is so much fun. Oh yeah, noble kids really not do any work. That's so weird. What do they do then? What do noble kids do all the time if they aren't working? Don't they get bored?
We got a pretty crazy order in this morning. This silk's real fine too. I can make this something really nice with this. Yeah, and I know exactly who gave you that order.
Things are going well for us after the big order we received recently. That's why I suggested to my husband to take a break for once, but he's really excited about this new job, so he doesn't want to. Talk about dedication, he really is one to live for his work. I tried to tell my husband he should take a break for once. It seems I've forgotten how much he loves his work.
He really does, doesn't he?
Well, if he is gonna work, let him make the best thing he can. Well, this is why I told you not to bother with the expensive looking places. But you ignored me and keep checking out the jewelers and clothes shop anyway. Well, that certainly was satisfying. Oh, only commoners like us could find satisfaction in window shopping.
Commoners? Damn, I could really go for the fact that you two were noble sisters. That's on me. And then maybe that's the evidence that nobles and commoners are not that different. It's only their influence and money that is. I've caught myself thinking strange things recently while messing around with all this machinery. By which I mean, I've come to realize that Lord Justice is the Albrea's household's one and only hope. Not the Duke himself, not Lord Rufus, but Lord Justice. Perhaps meeting you kids changed him somehow. I can't help but feel like huge things await Lord Justice in the future. Maybe meeting you kids is the reason for this. Could be. I'm trying to be a good influence on Machias and Justice. I definitely am. And see what it got me? Machias and Justice are no longer with us. Bless them. I hear a lot of soldiers are patrolling the town center today. Fortunately, we don't tend to get many of those patrols around here. I wonder what happened. They never bother us, tell us common folk what's going on. Typical, we just get left to watch and worry. I think we have a right to know, would you? Considering we live here. Once upon a time, there used to be a guild branch here in the city. But it's closed about a year or so ago. The Braces were the only ones who were willing to go out of their way to help us commoners in our time of need. Such a shame they're gone. The guild branch in the city closed about a year ago. The old Bracer passes through here from time to time, but their presence in the city is close to non-existent these days. Yes it is, I've heard. I think Tofal is one of the few that still comes here every now and then. Alright, so for now I think I'm gonna leave it here, but considering that there are new texts by people all over town, you know what that means. We're gonna do our rounds before heading down into the waterway. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we slightly start to plan our way of getting to Machias and breaking him out of jail. But I'm pretty sure we can. See you then. Bye bye.